Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the RVMan LP Exhibitions. It is episode 249, and we are we're about to start the halfway point of Chapter 3. But unfortunately, the entirety of Chapter 3 is nothing but stories. And we last left off, Yagyu was shot by Mirai. Hibari, as you can see, is going through a blue screen of death. Oh, and speaking of screens, look at the bottom of the screen. That is where the action starts. I mean, everyone has faith that Yagyu would recover. Hibari looks like she just committed murder herself. Then again, she shouldn't have wandered off. Sometimes you just don't do stupid things like that. It will come back to bite you in the ass. And speaking of biting me in the ass, oh shit, not now, stupid lungs. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Damn it, of all the times it happened. Anyway, Hibari is just completely lost. And no matter how much anybody could actually try to console her, this is Hibari's fault for sneaking off to Ebijo in the first place. However, not much can be said. I mean, she did try to find Ebijo's fortress, and she ended up running into Mirai, who instead ended up shooting Yagyu. But here's the thing about the bullet. While the bullet itself wasn't bad, the poison that it had on it was. So as it stood, they managed to get the poison out before something bad happened to Yagyu. So at least Yagyu is safe for the time being. Albeit we're still in a cutscene that has a wall of text. I promise you we could at least animate. If I ever decide to go into game animation or game development, I won't do anything like this. I mean, I'd rather have a animated cutscene instead of, well, a wall of text. But the way it seems right now, Hibari is so angry at herself for what happened to Yagyu that she decides to wander off her own, pretty much lamenting what she did. So on that note, she wants to try to go after Mirai for what she did. So she decides to go on a one-man army over to Ebijo. Like, unfortunately, that did not work the last time. So what makes her think it's gonna work this time? However, as soon as she does try to find Ebijo, she instead runs into Kiria. Oh no. Hibari, you should, of all people, be suspicious of the fact of Kiryu-sensei showing up in the middle of the street. Now, here's something else that'll make him even more suspicious. The fact that Yagyu, no, not Yagyu, I meant Kiryu isn't, or Kiria, that's what I'm trying to say. The fact that Kiria has not actually told her to go back to the dorm, and more importantly, the fact that he mentions that you could get the secret scroll is kind of a suspicious thing. so suspicious that you could say Kiria is being controlled. Why am I saying Karia? God damn it. Anyway. But we all know it's a plot MacGuffin, so unfortunately Hibari won't be able to use it. Whatever the case, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to pretty much sit through the fact of Hibari about to making a big mistake and doing something that will completely, totally screw over Hanzo 6 ways from Sunday. Oh yeah, and by the way, sorry if this part is almost an hour long, but these 2 story sections are really damn long. Honestly, I should have made these the whole entire part. But I wanted to try to add something like a little bit of free mode too, so that way, once we get through the story sections, things will be fine. But if they get like longer than 30 minutes, that's going to be the whole part. Plain and simple. But nonetheless, folks, at least we are about to go to the halfway point, or at least take on the halfway point of Chapter 3, this part. Meaning that the rest of the chapters, hopefully they're not full of stories, would go by very smoothly, and we'll transition into Chapter 4. But here's the thing. Chapter 3 is probably going to be the time that Hibari would do something so dumb that it would actually cause her to defect. We'll get to the defection part, but for now, we're going to pretty much wait until we get to that part, because of the fact that Kiria is manipulating Hibari. Okay, Kiria is manipulating Hibari into breaking in and taking the super secret scroll. Oh, did I say Kiria? I meant to say Haruka, because only her could actually pull off something like this. But whatever the case, she pretty much disarmed all the traps, and Kiria is just basically letting her do so. So even though Hibari doesn't actually no, Hibari basically accidentally disengaged the locks, but she was trying to find the scroll, and finally she did. Oh god, Hibari, try to have a little bit of suspicion. However, this scroll was not stolen from the school by Ebijo, due to the fact that the last time they did, Daidoji tore them inside out. But now, with the super secret ninja scroll at her side, she thinks that she's going to be invincible. Oh, if she only knew. But even then, he actually handed Hibari a map to Ebijo. Oh, crap. So with that said, now she's about to go one-man army and try to take down Ebijo all by herself. Little does she know, she's practically handing Ebijo the scroll. All they have to do is take it from her, and that's that. And unfortunately, that scroll needs a chosen one. Hibari is not that chosen one. Oops. Well, brace for impact, ladies and gentlemen. Because this is going to be a very terrible idea that Hibari has come up with. Well, with that said, Kiria pretty much, well, the fake Kiria pretty much led Hibari straight into Haruka's hands. And that sadist has pretty much gotten the last portion of Hibari's confidence. Well, unfortunately, Haruka didn't have to lift a finger. All she had to do was just manipulate the weakest person of the bunch to do this. And it's kind of amazing. Absolutely amazing that she fell for that. But then again, it is Hibari. She does get better, though. But I'll be right back. Wait, not yet. Turns out, Kiria is a puppet. Obviously. Now, if he's playable, that would have been freaking hilarious. But still. Oh, yeah, let me correct that. He's not playable, but I do know one thing. The ability to learn super secret ninja arts, like, during the story where you're not supposed to have it, and you have it by default, that actually is unlocked by getting all the scrolls. So on that note, there's no scroll here. All you have to do is just beat down Haruka. That's it. Whew. And can you excuse me 1 second? Florida is really stupid with its temperature. I'll be right back. Man, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Anyway, Hibari made a terrible mistake. She showed off the Super Ninja Art Scroll. And now, her attempt at using it is not going to work. Well, let's be honest. Everything Hibari did was all according to Haruka's plan. She even planned ahead, thinking that she would be able to use, knowing she won't be able to use the scroll. Well, needless to say, despite her being a good shinobi, the scroll itself is blank. And on that note, we're gonna have to take down Haruka. I could have got somebody else to do this, but I ended up picking Haruka instead. But without any further ado, it's Haruka. So on that note, she's going for one last stand. And even though we'll beat her in the actual game, the cutscenes will say otherwise. So on that note, let the beatdown begin. Alright. We already mentioned things about Haruka. How Haruka is practically a sadist, and Hibari is practically going to be her rival. So on that note, goddamn! Why do I constantly run into that? Oh, I took way too much hits. Come on. Bounce back. Bounce back. Damn it. Come on, we just need a good combo in order for us to actually get some actual ninja scrolls going on here. Come on. Come on. Got you. Come on. Oh, damn it. I thought I had her in a, stun lock, but that's okay. And now for her transformation. Okay. I think that works too. Alright. Let's just keep beating her down. Now then, this outfit that Hibari is wearing is one of the DLC. I think it's one of the DLC outfits. No, actually no. It is one of the actual pre-order bonus. That's what this is. And unfortunately, I couldn't finish her off. So now she's back at full health. Crud. Alright. Let's keep on fighting. Now then. We just need to go on ahead and make her grind some more levels here. Come on, we got you. Come on, we just need 3. And we'll get her right where we want her. Oh, crud. Well, so much for me not taking any hits. Alright, that's it. I'm gonna have to do everything I can to actually win this. Ooh, that was close. There we go. Just a little bit more. There we go. And that takes care of Haruka. And despite all this, Haruka still somehow won. And, well, let's just put it like this. At least she can fill out the outfit. Yay. Alright, let's move on, shall we? And despite Hibari's best efforts, they were all for naught. Because despite her being buck-ass naked, or let me rephrase that, not naked, because this is the PlayStation 4 and not the PC where you can mod that, that's not necessarily the real her, and that's practically how she fights, with Doombots. And just like that, Hibari pretty much lost the scroll to the enemy. And now, there's no way she's going to ever forgive herself. And with that said, Haruka has completely broken Hibari. Now then, with that said, Hibari has officially defected, and on that note, the next time we see Hibari, it will be chapter 5. No, let's say part 5 of this chapter. So until then, we actually prepare ourselves for the next chapter. Oh, and one more thing. If Hibari actually defects over to Ebijo in the new game, Hibari would no longer be at the menu. She's probably near the settings option. Wherever she was, it would be completely blank until you actually beat the part where she is and the defection is over with. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we go on to 3-4. We're halfway done. And on that note, we are in another story mode. Oh god. This time it's Homura's backstory. Yeah, really odd that Homura's backstory would be in the chapter that doesn't even have Homura as a playable character without you switching out. So on that note, it's safe to say that we could just go on to 3650 because of the fact that's where the fight is going. But this one's actually longer, because this is actually how Homura has become a shinobi. That's basically what this whole entire plot point is. And I don't want to fall asleep in the middle of any commentaries, and I just realized what time it is. I'll call back in a little bit after I'm fully rested. Oh, sorry about that, guys. I was actually dead tired from, well, working practically. This was like a week ago when I actually was recording this. But here's the thing. This is off the heels of Hibari actually taking the super secret scroll after being manipulated by Haruka and inadvertently giving it to Haruka. And by extension, Hibari. With that said, Hibari can't go back, so now she went there and enrolled into Hibari. And on that note, Hibari is actually more accepting than what Hanzo is. As you will see in Homura's backstory, the fact that Hibari accepted her as a ninja where Hanzo went there and, well, pretty much dismissed her. On that note, she's pretty much actually setting them up for trying to betray them, which is what Hibari intends on doing, but Hibari just doesn't turn away people that could more than likely try to kill them. Well, that's the thing that people don't understand. The reason evil ninjas exist is not because they're doing evil and terrible things, but someone has to do all of the dirty work, the dangerous work, and more importantly, somebody has to keep the crooked politicians in line, or pretty much line their pockets, one of their two. And primarily it's more on the lines if it's a dirty job, but somebody's got to do it. And needless to say, despite the fact that the castle looks like an ominous palace from Warriors Orochi, it's should be noted that the palace is actually more luxurious than that. Yeah, they have a bunch of training grounds, but the upstairs room literally have game systems. I kid you not. So on that note, Homura actually has found the one thing in her past that strikes up, well, old memories. And said old memories just so happens to be the day that she even remotely started training to be a ninja. Or should I say, the event that led up to her becoming an evil shinobi. So, quite frankly, the person who tried to assassinate Homura, but she flat out beat the crap out of him. Ended up coming to the school. No, ended up having a sister who was coming to Ebijo to try to settle the score. And that's the messed up part. I've already mentioned how Homura was an evil shinobi, was a good shinobi, and was training to be a good shinobi. And the only reason that she stopped being a good shinobi was because of the fact that she had to defend herself against her teacher that was trying to kill her. Now, here's the thing. In the anime, she didn't just beat the guy up. She slashed him 6 ways from Sunday. The dude was freaking dead. There's just no bones about it. That dude was just crushed. Completely bloodied in the closet, just barely gurgling on his own blood, as opposed to him just being beaten within a half inch of his life. Well, at least the anime animated that, but I was just hoping that they would have animated it here in the game. I'm gonna stop complaining about it. But Homura basically had feelings for her sensei, like many other high school anime girls or middle school anime girls who have a crush on their teacher. It sometimes get awkward, depending on what type of girl has a crush on her sensei. But let's be honest. Back then, there were some kids who had a crush on their teachers. Now, if the teacher takes advantage of that, there's something wrong with the teacher. Plain and simple. And there's also romances where teachers were married to their students, too. So, I'm only going by anime standards that sometimes, if the story calls for it, it's okay. And quite frankly, so long as it's not real life. If it's imagination, fine, okay, because it's imagination, it's not hurting anyone. Real life, no, and many times no. Because sometimes the teacher, as nice as they are, turn out to be complete assholes. Hey, what do you know? Her teacher's the same way, except they don't, well, try to pursue on a relationship. Instead, he was sent to kill her, as it was already been established in the or in the text wall a couple of minutes ago. I think sometimes we have to separate fiction from reality, and let's be honest, things like what happens in fiction will never happen in reality, and if it does, lawsuits will happen, and so will jail time. But here, in fiction, you're gonna have to worry about it. Have eyes behind the back of your head, because if the teacher is a pervert, the teacher's an assassin. And oh boy, he actually pulled out a short sword in the anime version and tried to stab Homura, and actually succeeded in cutting her face. That's probably what led on to him being completely slaughtered by Homura, who pulls out 6 swords and had slaughtered the dude. He was the first victim of that, by the way. In the anime. In the manga, wait, they don't have a manga, I don't know. I'm gonna have to check it out. But, in the game, she ends up developing like this blood rage whenever people mock her. And that's something that is going to be, well, a thing in this game. So, with that said, he does the cruelest thing possible. betrays the people who actually trust him. And that's probably why Homura actually chides Asuka, because she's too trusting and she's too naive, and well, Homura herself experienced betrayal. So on that note, well, I think Homura got so angry she just completely whooped his ass. And due to the fact that he pissed her off, hold on one second. Ow. Ouch. My hair got caught in my headphone set. Due to the fact that he pissed her off. Well, he beat her up so bad it wasn't even, well, it wasn't even funny. And due to that, her parents ostracized her despite the fact that she was practically being assassinated. And if anything was to happen to her, her parents would have been assassinated too. But seeing as how she ends up becoming a criminal because she was just a high school student, well, her parents disowned her and pretty much discarded her, despite the fact that it was her life that was on the line. So, on that note, that's what turned Homura into the bloodthirsty shinobi that she is today. But she does have feelings too. She doesn't want to be left behind. So on that note, it's still awkward that Homura's backstory is in the Hanzo story, but I think this is because of the fact that this is the main story of the game, and in Burst, I think the original Burst, you could play as the Ebijo students in a different story, but at the same vein, I think the DLC stories were actually side stories that you had to unlock through certain requirements. I forgot. But whatever the case, she ended up becoming an evil shinobi because she was invited in. Now, unlike the other ninjas in Ebijo, she literally got put in a burlap sack and brought straight over to the Ebijo Academy. Seriously. Who puts people in a burlap sack? Oh, and by the way, said investor that you see, that's Dogen. Dogen is actually the main villain of the game, and also the head investor of Ebijo. And yes, he's a shinobi. He only made this school because of the fact that he just wanted to see people were, like, qualified enough to open the scrolls. That's it. Because he wanted the scrolls for himself. And I'm talking about the anime. Things are a little bit different here. You'll see when we get there. And yes, I'm talking spoilers, but it's in relation to the game. And I need something to do because of the fact that the wall of text is, well, still going. We'll get to the action in about 2 minutes. I've already put the timestamp on, if you're too bored with me talking. Alright. With her backstory done, we'll finally be able to get back to the story. I mean, this is not filler, by the way. And Ebijo has a tendency of hiring people who have, well, grudges and having thirst for revenge. See it's Ryoma and Riona, I do believe. No, wait. Okay, Ryubi and Riona. There it is. That's the name I'm trying to get. Those two were enrolled because of the fact they wanted to get their hands on Miyabi. That's the thing. And everybody tends to have that mindset when they're entering into school and finding out the person who killed their family or did them wrong is in the school. So on that note, well, at least Homura actually realizes that she may have a worthy challenger, and while she may actually have to avoid her life at all costs, save her life at all costs, because obviously Komichi's sister is going to try to kill her. Well, that's in her mind, because it doesn't really happen in the game. She's just going to try to beat the shit out of her and make her, well, strong enough to try to beat the shit out of her. And by that time anyway, well, if events play out the way they do, she may not even get the chance to get to Homura. Let's put it to you like that. And now, we finally get to the story. Since we've actually have a time skip there, we're practically here with Asuka and Katsuragi trying to find Hibari. And according to Homura, she's now officially an Ebijo student. Oh, and by the way, until we actually get Hibari back, she is still not going to be in the menu. And yeah, I like that game's attention to detail for that. So with that said, we're far from done just yet. And now we're gonna have to deal with Homura one more time. So with that said, Asuka's gonna go one-on-one with Homura, and hopefully she'll actually do some damage to her on the cutscene. Because in the game, we're gonna rough this girl up something nice. And now would be a good time to show off a new ninja costume once I get my hands on a ninja scroll, which I should have gotten one from over by Homura. But then again, there is one small problem. Every single healing item you get will lower your rank. Hey, turn around, fool. Hey, come here. I keep forgetting to use the goddamn lock-on. We have a lock-on system. Oh, crap. Transform, you fool. Okay. I had to actually find an opening to transform because Homura is starting to get more fierce than what she already is. Oh, by the way, this too is a DLC. Just a little bit more cuter, I do believe. Come here. Stop running around. Oh, damn. She keeps countering me, too. Damn it. I got you right here. That's right. I was trying to get her into an aerial rave. Damn it. Aw, she transformed. That's okay. That's okay. We still got her. And she hasn't really do too much damage to us because we're at level 35. There we go. let's just keep the butt kicking going. I may get another scroll ready for her. Okay, enough of a thing is enough. Time to go to full ninja mode. There we go. Let's tear that ass up. Come on, we can do this. Oh, damn it. Damn it. I forgot she had invincibility mode. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Okay. There we go. Wait, she's still alive? Damn it. That's okay. We'll end it right here. Booyah! Well, she's not naked, but it's close enough. And with that said, I think we're done. And we'll be detouring from the story, because the rest of this part is going to be free mode. So yeah. With that said, it's time for us to find out where Hibari is, because of the fact that Homura just went there and mentioned that Hibari has the super secret ninja art scroll. And Asuka just can't believe the betrayal. And unfortunately, Asuka's about to find out the hard way. The super secret ninja scroll is pretty much no joke. And Homura's developed her skill so well to the point where she can harness the the scroll, no problem. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, we're going to stop the story at this point, because we're halfway done with the story. No, literally, we're halfway done with Hanzo's side of the story. We only got 20 more fights left. And if they're not stories, I'll probably be able to breeze them all. Hopefully. And on that note, Asuka's gonna have to get stronger in order for to infiltrate Ebijo. Oh man, things have taken a turn for the worse as far as Hanzo's concerned, but things will get better. But for now, if Hibari is still like in the hands of Hanzo, she's not gonna be in the area and everybody will be sad. That's a nice attention to detail, but since I've already beaten the game, that's not gonna happen. Now it's time for a free mode. And the first thing we're gonna be doing is chasing a mystery. Yes, we'll be chasing a mystery. Not like Mike Tyson, but we'll be chasing a mystery nonetheless. So, all we're doing is beating up everybody left and right. There's not much to it. I mean, it's just going to be areas where you're going to be beating up more powerful ninjas, like these I forgot what type of ninjas these are. These shadow ninjas. Yes, that's what they are. Yeah, and the person I'm using right now is Yosakura. And Yosakura, by the way, is one of the Gessen girls. She is the person whose Katsuragi's parents ended up, whose person's parents, Katsuragi's parents, killed. That's what I was trying to say. And she's had a quest for revenge ever since. Time to transform! Alright. Now, she gets to wear her worst enemy's garb. How hilarious is that? And I just got hit. Hell no! People are going down. Oh, by the way, did I mention I actually like the Gessen Girls theme? By the way, this is a remix of Moonlight Sonata. Just thought I'd point that out to everybody. And how do I know all this stuff? Real simple, I used to play piano. And I'm a real big fan of classical music. Okay, stop shooting me, you bitch! Thank you. There's one right here. And I think the soundtrack for this battle is DLC. I mean, the soundtrack for the characters that are DLC is also DLC as well. Excuse me. Oh, by the way, that's her level. Well, that's her level 1 secret art. Her level 2, she fires a Kamehameha type attack. And I'm pretty sure level 3 is actually her ultimate secret attack. That one is the one that you need to watch out for if you're fighting against Yosakura. Because it has a lot of space. Hold on. Where am I going? Fool, go back! Oh, there's nothing here. Okay. We're gonna jump on the roof, because that's where the next area is. Oh, and I thought there was, like, something there. Because, see, look at the opening there. You're gonna have to wall jump and then jump across. Alright, now would be a good time to activate my ultimate ninja technique. Which is practically a mech! This is fucking awesome! I love Yosakura! Too bad she's very slow, but I love the fact that she summons a giant mech to destroy her enemies. Hey, you are not allowed to slash me. And that's the end of you right there. And with that, that takes care of this mission. Oh crap, I accidentally hit the record button. My bad. I was trying to pick up my controller because it fell off of the bed. My apologies. But yes, we just got finished beating up all the enemies with Yosakura. And like I said, I love playing as Yosakura. And we can just go to one more mission and show off one more guessing girl, considering the fact that most of the chapters is probably gonna be story. So let's see, what shall I get? Ah, you! Oh, yeah, next couple of free modes is gonna be nothing more than 2-on-1 fights. Yeah, prepare for that if we ever get to stories. But like, because I'm breezing through the free mode here, and I'm halfway through chapter 3. So by the time we get to Ebijo, the free mode would be complete. Or at least by the time we get to Miyabi's story. Anyway, this is Shiki. You know that outfit Ikarugo is wearing? That belongs to her. And Shiki is a valley girl who also lost her parents to evil shinobi. So it's not too hard to understand that she has a hatred for evil shinobi. But Shiki's got a dual-wielded scythe, a dual-bladed scythe, and she also has bats that spews poison as well. And she is the only person that doesn't use a gleam of light to censor herself. Rather, she uses her bats. I mean, she's a skilled shinobi, and she's supposed to look like a witch, but I'm having her in Hibari's clothes. And I'm trying to remember what classical music theme this is. Oh, wait. This is actually, if I'm not mistaken, either Chopin or also, no wait, this is Chopin. I know who this is. I'm trying to remember which one this is. But this is also a remix of a classical music theme. I just remember it from the actual... Oh god, she actually hurt me. Damn it. I just remember it from the actual opening of the music. Alright. Stop that. Alright, let's try to use some shinobi techniques. And this is her technique. I mean, her level 3, she summons a whole bunch of bats to attack people with, while she's standing there, like, butt naked with bats covering her. No, I'm not kidding. That's basically her level 3. Her ultimate, that is. Well, look on the bright side. At least, I know how to deal with Shiki. Shiki's pretty cool. And it is also hilarious in Estival Versus how, Mirai tries to actually talk to her, even though Shiki doesn't understand English. Mirai tries to talk to her in English, and then Shiki's translation is practically full-on Valley Girl. But whatever the case, ladies and gentlemen, we're done here, and I think Shiki's already leveled up. That's fantastic. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully I can try to get this done Saturday this time. The next time we come back here, we'll finish off Chapter 3, hopefully, if it's not too many stories. See you guys next time.